Thank you, Honourable Member Srimati Supriya Sule.
Thank you, sir. I choose to speak today on the Water Prevention and Controlling Pollution Amendment Bill 2024. Sir, I'm in a dilemma, and I hope the chair will guide me, and I hope the Honourable Minister in his reply will make clarity for all of us, because he's a very good and an effective minister. Even if I'm in opposition, I must compliment. Achhe ko acha bolna chahiye. So he is a very competent minister. So
very competent.
Very competent minister, but I can expect it little more for him, because he is very competent. But the bill he has brought is not making me feel that confident. So I would ask him some questions. I am not taking away from the intent, as I always say that. Niyat har sarkar ki achhi hoti hai, but it's how you implement it and what are the outcomes. I appreciate the bill, but I feel it's like a toothless tiger, because it has really no power, and I'd like to make some comparison in it. See, I would like to take it back to the National Water Academy Central Water Commission, जो पूना में है, मेरे निर्वाचन क्षेत्र में ही है sir. Now, this is a very good academy, but the problem in this academy is that it doesn't have enough staff. So how is this government mapping the pollution and the water? Because I think we need to start base में ही जाना चाहिए. आगे सरकार क्या करेगी, industry क्या करेगी, वो सब होएगा. But has the government mapped all the pollution? Normally किसी भी newspaper में आ जाता है, this is red, this is green. So if this Central Water Commission's body, which a lot of times when I visit them, the first complaint is they don't have enough staff. So what is the role and the scope of this entire commission which was built, and what is the outcomes of this commission today related to this bill, is my question to the Honourable Minister. And the first impact that comes to me is that cooperative federalism, हमारे पुराने house में I still remember, Arun Jaitley ji's entire focus used to be cooperative federalism. He was a great supporter and a champion of cooperative federalism. And every time after Arunji, I must say this government is not as proactive in cooperative federalism as it used to be. Now, this entire bill is actually taking away a lot of powers from the state. That is very, very alarming to me. And there's a sort of there's an unsaid rule which sort of comes into your mind, that is this, by keeping this kind of power to reject or to accept, taking it away from the state. I appreciate your standardization. Such things should be standardized. But then will it be crony capitalism is something that worries me.
1 minute.
Sure, sir.
Honourable members, if House agrees, we may extend the House till this bill be passed. Okay, please.
Sir, so this arbitrary permission that if the state takes a decision, the center will supersede it. It can be, I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate in a situation that if there is a state which may be of a different ideology than yours, so let's not make this law where there'll be a tug of war between the two different ideologies, and the sufferer and the outcomes will be hurting industry. I come from one of the most industrialized states in the country. So we support industry, and I'm not ever ashamed to say that it's good. Industry honi chahiye, unko support karna chahiye, because they create wealth and jobs. So all jobs cannot be done by the government. So the way government also creates jobs, they have doing mudra, they can do, but the industry also contributes extraordinarily in creating wealth and jobs. So we must support them. But my question to this honourable government is that how will you manage this balance between state and the centre? Now, the other thing is that it's completely anti-federal. Now, this my colleague brought up about the chairman. My only concern, I just seek clarification. I understand from whatever limited that I've read in the bill that your intention is that the chairman will be decided by the state. But the rules and regulations only will be decided by you. But there's no nomination or any role. I just seek that clarification that there is no role. Second thing is, you are talking about a discharge of polluting matter from 15 lakhs removed. I am a big one for removing imprisonment. By putting people in jail, solutions don't happen, sir. There are so many companies wherein financial frauds आप डाल देते हो, बैंक का मैंने देखा है बहुत बार, आप उसको जेल में डाल देते हो, वो बेचारा गरीब मर जाता है, बैंक डूब जाती है और वो जेल में पड़ा रहता है. So I feel some financial frauds, we really need to put this house in order and put our there's so many intelligent minds sitting on both sides. That is imprisonment a solution to every crime? Like 3 days ago for that exam, that the your bill we passed, that is 1 crore if there is a syndicate which is for copying, or if there is imprisonment bill. I'm not asking for imprisonment at all, I'm against that. But the whole point is, if you copy, mass copy, it's 1 crore. But if you pollute, it's so less. So can we at least connect it to the size of the pollution? It could be a very big organization which is just polluting. It could be a big multinational which is polluting. उनके लिए 15 लाख तो कुछ नहीं होगा, भर देंगे और आगे निकल जाएंगे. So how can you explain to us the mechanism of how this pollution? Because मेरे निर्वाचन क्षेत्र में, sir, there are 2 places where pollution is reaching all-time high. One is a place in Down called Kurkumori, which is a chemical area. All the big boys have invested there. A lot of pharmaceutical companies are there. There's always a tug of war. The pharmaceutical companies कहते हैं हमने कुछ गलत नहीं किया, बाहर का किसान कहता है it's polluted water और हमारी ज़मीन खराब हो रही है. So what is the checks and balances for this? And the other big gap which is missing, I feel, in this is urbanization. Sir, urbanization, you see buildings growing everywhere. All the sewage coming out of all the societies goes untreated and it goes into many, like Khadakwasla Dam, which is one of the biggest dams in Pune city, which supports drinking water of Pune city. And all the people who living on new societies coming there, there is no control on that sewage. And I've spoken to the Honorable Minister and he's been very indulgent and helpful in supporting Pune Municipal Corporation in solving that problem. So why should this only be limited only to industry? Why cannot we expand the role even to all these municipalities? Because municipalities today are getting away with murder polluting. Pune city is today destroyed because of urbanization. Mumbai water is destroyed because of urbanization. Is a huge opportunity. But sir, bridge or metro say cities don't get made. If the city has a beautiful metro and a beautiful bridge and beautiful roads and polluted water, what's the point of doing it? I mean, the whole game of this infrastructure doesn't help. So I request the Honorable Minister to clarify some of our doubts. And if he clarifies, we'll be happy to support him because I trust the minister. I'm not sure of the whole government, but I'm very confident that he's a very good and a kind minister. So if he could kindly give us all this and make sure that industry, societies and buildings accountable. It has to be a mass movement in this country about being awareness and making sure. And I moved a private member's bill because drinking water is somebody's basic right in 21st century with so much artificial intelligence. And I would just last small point is in farming we are using a lot of AI. So is it possible for polluting also can we use artificial intelligence? Because just Nirvachan Kshetra mein aati hu, sir, we are using in Baramati, we are trying AI with Oxford and Microsoft to help us improve farming and improving growth and development. So is there possibility that same technology can be used for water? Just these small clarifications. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Honorable Member Shri Gaurav Gogoi.